soaking in chem dip. I got the rocker arms looking all nice and new. Just them in the sunlight. Some don't look perfect like this one. This one didn't clean up that well. But they still did clean up. They were looking all bad because we got these off another 6.0. These were off a 6.0 of a buddy of ours. We also bought the dual valve springs off of him. So I just decided to clean these up and they look pretty good. And they'll look pretty stout in the engine bay once the engine's in the car. But yeah, if you guys want to use chem dip, go ahead. I don't see anything really wrong with using it. They still move fine. It's not like they're getting stuck or anything. But yeah, it was a pretty good thing to use. So yeah, I'll show you guys when they're in the engine. There's the rocker arm in there. There's the dual valve springs that we showed you in the previous video. We have the push rods. I'll show you better on this side. There's some hardened push rods we got. 7 4/4. And yeah, that's how they look. I just gotta clean up. I just gotta get the other rocker arms in. And we're pretty close to wrapping up this motor. We just want to paint up the block again. So we're not gonna torque down the heads yet. But yeah, it's little stuff at this point. The major part that we need obviously is the transmission, but I heard they come in waves, so we're just gonna wait it out. We're trying to find one within 6 hours of us, but we'll see what happens. All right guys, I got the motor all taped up. It's not the best, but it'll work. And I'm gonna start repainting the block. See how this goes.
So just a little update on the LQ4. We started cleaning up everything. Like my brother showed you guys, he cleaned the rockers. They came out pretty good. We just need to clean the little seat that they sit on, and the head will be complete. We already got the push rods. And just today I picked up a throttle body. The guy said it was off a Camaro. So I'm just wondering if it would work though, just because it has this big ass bracket right here. And on mine, it has a smaller bracket, but I don't know if they swapped over or something, but let's see if it works on my car. Yeah, it looks pretty good. He painted the side pretty good. We just ran out of paint to paint the front. The cover, we're gonna leave it, you know, this color right here, polished or whatever. But he just needs to paint the front, as you can see. But the side looks really good. And yeah, and right now we're in the process of painting the valve covers. But the valve covers are almost done. We just need to buy more paint. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for our update. There's really nothing left to the engine besides, you know, like knock sensors and the steam ports. But that's pretty much it.
Alright guys, this one the motor looks fully painted. Got the valve covers painted, the block painted. We just need to sand this down so it doesn't look all stupid with the yellow. Yeah, and they're painted. This valve cover painted. And this side of the block painted. You know, of course, as my brother showed you, that we got the throttle body now. It doesn't have the sensors, so we just need to buy those. But yeah, the motor's, I guess you could say, basically done. There's everything into there. We just need the steam ports and knock sensors, but we could do that even if the motor's in the car. We're not putting it in with the intake when we drop it in, or when we drop the car on top of it, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's how it looks.
Here's the shop dog, you know, just watching us work, being lazy. But like we said, we were gonna start painting the engine bay black. We're using Rust-Oleum oil-based paint. We saw another guy on YouTube do it, and his results are pretty good. So we're gonna do it on our car, and you know, have the engine bay look a lot cleaner, because all the wires right here are gonna be tucked underneath, along with as much as I could do over there. And we're just gonna clean up the engine bay. We're gonna see what we could do with this big ass box over here, to see if that's all only AC or if that's like a part of the heater core. I'm not too sure. As of right now, we're probably not gonna run AC. Oh wait, well, we aren't gonna run AC. So I don't know if that could be removed or not. But all of this is gonna be painted black, and eventually we're gonna probably paint the underbelly of the car in black. That's what the other guy did. He painted his entire underbelly and everything, and I think he did it for like 50 bucks, and that's right around what I spent. So I think for now we'll paint the engine bay black, and eventually we'll paint the underbelly. But we're just waiting on painting the engine bay, and that's pretty much it.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Alright guys, this is how it's looking under here. Get you a little bit of a better angle. There it is. There's the underbelly. Or the transmission belt, I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna continue painting, and I'm gonna paint this side and a little bit of this side, but I need to hit this side with the brush because it's a very tight squeeze for the roller. But we need to get a different brush because the brush we got is just straight garbage, and it looks bad when you paint it with the brush. So yeah, we'll continue with this. All right guys, right now I'm going to start disassembling the front end. I'm gonna take out the front bumper and everything that's up here, like the washer fluid reservoir and this shit. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna just take it off. I'm just doing it so we could paint more surface in the front, like the headlight brackets and things like that. Alright guys, around 30 minutes later and smashing my hands a few times, we got the whole front end taken apart. We're gonna keep a few parts, but also delete a few parts. But the main reason I took apart the front end right now is just so I can paint everything properly and do a proper overdo, because it's nowhere near done. Well, it's pretty near done, but I still need to paint little areas in there. But yeah, later today I'm gonna get to painting the front end.
So we finally got our T56 now. It's been quite the adventure trying to get one. I think it's taken all of about 2 months to find one. I don't know if you guys watched one of our older videos. Well, not older videos, but one of our more recent videos where we said we found one. A really clean T56 that we found. For I think $1,100, that's what I paid for. But I was kind of too excited at the time to do my research and ask for the picture of the plate that says what T56 it was. And I later found out it was the 93 M29 T56. And as some of you might know, those can be converted to LS just due to the teeth that these input shafts have. Not the splines, but the teeth on the cluster gear. On these right here. These ones right here, how they had to be 31 tooth, and that one had them as 28 tooth, so I couldn't convert it. So I pretty much sold it for the exact amount I paid for it, so I wasn't too hurt about it. And ever since then, I've been on the hunt for one, and I barely found this one a few days ago. Actually, a friend of mine went to go buy it for me while I was at work, and I think he paid like $9.50 for it, which ain't too bad, because generally over here in Colorado, T56s do fetch a pretty penny. anywhere from 1,500 and above, depending on which one it is. And this one's out of a 97 LT1 car, so this one does have to be converted. I'm just waiting to see what are my options. I think I might send out the plate and to get it converted to LS. They do like some machine work to it to make it work with an LS. Well, to make it work on LS cars. And I need a new input shaft and the bell housing. But the bell housing, I already have it lined up from a friend. I'm just waiting on the other two components, and that's pretty much it. Along with the shifter, I mean, I could run the stock shifter for now, but might as well go with like an MGW or something like that. But yeah, here's the update on the car. We're pretty excited that we got the T56 now, and it looks pretty clean on the inside. It doesn't look too bad. I don't see nothing that would cause any concern. So yeah, we're just happy that we finally got one, and we're gonna try to convert it as fast as possible, just so we can get the car running ASAP. It should be done probably by the end of February, I would say so. If all goes well. So the motor's all complete. Just besides, I think, the NOx sensors and the coolant steam ports, and a few other things, but nothing like that won't allow the motor to go into the engine. And the transmission just needs to be converted, and then also the drive shaft. But that's pretty much it. And the SS would be on the road again. So it's gonna be quite an exciting few months here to get this car running. We just gotta patiently wait for parts to come in. That's the hardest part, if you ask me. But we're just pretty happy that we finally found one.
Alright guys, I'm gonna begin to continue painting the engine bay. It's a little loud because the Z28's on in the background. But yeah, I'm gonna begin to go ahead and paint the rest of the front end. I don't know if I'm gonna paint the bash bar. I don't know if it's gonna stay or go, but for now I'm not gonna paint it. Just save more time and save more paint. But yeah. Before I continue painting, I'm gonna show you guys the obvious damage that the previous owner didn't show us before buying the car. Yeah, there's obvious damage right there, and then there's also frame damage right there. It's nothing too major, but it's something we would have liked to know before buying the car. But yeah, I'm gonna continue painting.
Invincible.
little while later, I got this side painted, and I got the bass bar off right there. And I'm just gonna paint all that right there, and on that side too. So I'm gonna continue painting.
So the engine bay is just about complete. We finished it up here about 5 minutes ago. We used some Rust-Oleum spray paint for a few areas that we couldn't get to with the brushes. We really don't care if the finish is not 100% on.
This bad boy.
We use this one right here, the black one, to get a few areas that we couldn't get to with the paintbrush. But overall, we're pretty happy with how it came out. We kind of went above and beyond on painting a few things. We probably could have gotten away with not painting, you know, a few things down here. No one would have really seen those. But we want to make sure that it looks up to par, because we're gonna clean up this engine bay pretty good. We're gonna do the wire tuck mod, like I said, and on both sides, and clean up the wiring so it looks pretty good. All that's left really to do for the engine bay is to spray the clear coat, and we're pretty much done. There's nothing really else that needs to be done aside for a few areas that need to be painted all over again, but it's nothing major. So we're just waiting on the paint to dry up so we can spray the clear coat, and we're gonna start putting stuff back together. We're missing a few bolts here and there, but we're gonna go to the junkyard. Like, we're missing bolts on this bracket and on that bracket for the headlight, but we pretty much got everything that we need. We just went to the junkyard not too long ago and got a bunch of fender bolts. So the build continues, but we're pretty much done for this video.